What's up? My name is Eddie and welcome to my first Marvel Snap video. I am addicted to this game, I can't stop playing, and I wanted to share with you guys some of my favorite decks that I like to play. They're not the best deck, they're just my favorite. Let's get right into it. Alright, let's get right into it. So I have Marvel Snap open right over here, as you guys can see. We're gonna go over to the decks. I have a bunch of them here, but there is one that I really wanted to share with you guys today, and this one, I call it the Toxic deck, or aka the Opponent Retreats deck. So this deck is not meta, it's not the way to win, or anything like that. The goal of this deck is to force your opponent to retreat before the end. If you get to the end, you've lost. But what I want you guys to see here is that I've built a deck that is so frustrating to play against that most of the time when you play this deck, your opponent's going to retreat. And when that happens, you get 1 or 2 cubes every time. If you get to the end, don't snap, you're going to lose your 8 cubes. But let me show you guys how this deck works. So, as you can see over here, everything I've built around this deck is just to frustrate them. So we have Elektra, simple, just kill off one of their 1-cost cards. We've got Nova here. He can easily be replaced. I put him in there just because if they decide to do something, you can get a little bit of a buff there. Yondu, simple, destroy one of their cards. Scorpion, ruin their hand. The Scorpion card gives them -1 power to all of their cards in their hand. Armor is actually the most toxic card that nobody thinks about. You're playing Armor not to protect your cards, but to protect his cards. If he's playing a destroy deck, if you play your Armor in the best possible way, you can stop him from killing his own, destroying his own cards, which will give him the buff. You will see here with the gameplay later that I actually pulled this off with a Carnage, and it's the funniest thing ever. You're about to see it. Next up, you have Scarlet Witch. She's chaotic. Just change the location, see what happens. Sometimes it can benefit you, sometimes it doesn't, but it's always fun to see what happens with that. Morph is chaotic as well because you can just morph into whatever card that they have in their hand. I don't necessarily look at Morph as a winning predicament. I look at it more of, if I morph into whatever's in his hand, I kind of have an idea of what he's about to play. Killmonger eats up all of his 1-cost cards. It's always fun, especially if you see that he plays a Nova. You kind of know that the opponent's about to get into like a giant buff to his whole team. If you play Killmonger early instead of playing it late, you can kill the Nova early, and then not as many of his cards will get the buff. So that's always fun to see the other player get retreat because of that. Shang-Chi, I mean, who doesn't play Shang-Chi at this point? You're really just using him to destroy all of his expensive and high-cost cards. Enchantress cancels up a lot of combos for the other player. Hobgoblin jumps over to the other side and gives them -8. This is an easy and fun one to get people upset. And last is actually Professor X. So I actually have been able to switch this final card around a lot of times. And I kind of finished on leaning with Professor X because he cancels out movement decks. I don't know about you guys, but movement deck have been the bane of my existence. When I play, like, seriously, not with this deck, but when I'm actually trying to win, movement decks have always been the hardest ones to play against for me. Professor X, win or lose, you throw him in the middle, and it locks down that whole middle lane, and then their movement deck is ruined. Most of the time, once you throw in Professor X in the middle, the other guys will retreat because the movement deck just stops working. Whether or not you win or lose the middle lane because of Professor X doesn't matter. The fact that you've locked in that middle lane and they can't move them from one side to the other is hilarious in my opinion. So that's my Toxic deck. I know I went really quickly on it, but I just want to give you guys a general idea of how it works. If you guys have other ideas of thematic decks that you would like me to try, I have another deck ready to go here called the Lucky deck. It's based all on luck, so if you want to see that, let me know in the comment section what other decks you'd like for me to try out. I don't want to do any of the metas or best decks, stuff like that. I want to do something a little bit different where we just try these silly decks and see what we could do. I'm going to show you guys a bit of an example of some gameplay that we caught on Twitch, so if you guys would like to see it, make sure to follow us on Twitch as well and join us while we're playing these decks, and comment other ideas that you'd like to see for me to try with these decks. Like, for example, we have a Sinister Six deck. This sucks, but if you guys would like to see what it looked like, we just played all Spider-Man villains. So any ideas like that, please make sure to comment below, like the video, subscribe if you want more Marvel Snap content, and I'll see you guys soon. But enjoy the gameplay example of our Toxic deck. Have a good day, everybody. Okay, wish me luck. Here we go. Should I risk it for the biscuit and put Morph in the middle? Let's see what happens. I don't know if he has anything good. Give me something good, Morph. Let's go! I got her Steph! She has a cost 9? and power 12, and I got her with morph. Should I snap? Get the f out of here. There's no way you're happy with that. So she's a cost 9, but she costs 1 less for each card that gets destroyed. So he's gonna try and destroy his cards. He's gonna destroy that. Yeah, there you go. So he destroyed Wolverine. So now his death costs 8 instead of cost 9. Oh, here we go. He's fucked. And I go first. This is where he backs the hell out. I'm gonna play armor and protect these 3. 100%, whatever card he's playing, he's gonna play it right here and kill 1, 2, 3 so that his death costs nothing. How much you guys want to bet that I'm right? Watch. Here it comes. There it is. That's Carnage. How much you guys want to bet that's Carnage? He Armor is my new favorite card. Look at how toxic this cute little girl is. You guys want to see a really fun trick that you could do that always pisses off everybody? This location, if you have no cards here, +1 energy, you play Hobgoblin, and it goes to his side. Which he probably... Oh, no. Well, thank you. So he's gonna get shifted. So I have an extra point. Why would you snap? Why are you proud of this? After turn 4, move all cards 1 location to the right. That's a good idea. I know. Oh, he's... Yeah, so there you go. They're all gonna get shifted, right? So there we go. They're all garbage now. We all move to the right. So now he's getting the extra point, right? No, he's not for the final turn. And I will. So he's gonna play right. I'm gonna send him the Hobgoblin. Wait, what? How did he get the buff for Jessica Jones? It doesn't matter. He lost this location. There you go. Okay, so I've won. Do you want to run, my dude? You can leave if you want. I have an 8-point lead and I have a 1 point. Yeah, there you go.